according
Thank
to
you.
you, your athlete mindset has helped you in terms of your entrepreneurship? Is there any
Well,
difference?
again, it is again, it is about living the journey. It is about the process. It is about hard work. It is about integrity, and it is about honesty. And that's what you continue to do every day. I'm sure when you have that purpose in mind, you will succeed. And that is exactly what I try and bring in my life now.
1% out of 130 crores winning a gold Olympic medal. Can you relive that moment for us?
Well, again, it was a great moment for me. It was the thrill of my life. It was a great goal that I achieved. Very fulfilling, I would say, very fulfilling moment. But again, it's not just about that moment. What I said early on, it was not the moment of winning that gold medal what I cherish most. It is the person that I became in the process of winning that gold medal,
Wow.
which matters.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Abhinav, for coming on our show. It was absolute pleasure and an honor. Let's see if we have any questions from the audience, if we can take them up. Thank you. Dharam, sir?
Ashish, you can we can ask take 2 or 3 questions. We have little time left with us. So
yes.
If anybody has any questions, they may please put in the chat box.
First of all, while we get the questions, I must thank Mr. Bindra for coming and sharing his experiences with us. And as a student, I have grown up reading about Mr. Bindra. We used to talk about him in our school essays, and we used to talk about him in various competitions as people in the Indian landscape who have profoundly impacted how students look at sports, and how they have impacted the mentality of the students to win something and to do something for our nation as well. And also, I must thank you for speaking about self-confidence, and also bringing the subject of mental health in this conversation. And now we also have our first question, which is, how do you manage stress?
Well, I never managed to manage stress so well, but what I said was that I try to manage stress by accepting it, that it exists, and not resisting it. When you're under pressure, it's not a feeling. But the moment you accept it, that, okay, I am under pressure, it just opens up your mind. Rather than resisting this feeling of pressure, which is uncomfortable, the moment you accept it, it just opens up your mind, and it allows you to focus on what you're supposed to focus on. It allows you to stay in the moment. It allows you to focus on the process. And the moment you start to do that, you start getting start focusing on what you're supposed to do, and that eases it a little bit. But it is about that acceptance, I think, is very, very important.
So the acceptance and the acknowledgement that something is existing, it is going to affect me, and then working along with it. Yes,
you have to learn to. You have to like COVID. You have to learn to coexist with it.
Classic example is 2020.
2020. Yes. And what is a message that you would want to give to the new generation?
Again, it is about hard work. It is about perseverance. Be determined to your goals. Do not give up. Be answerable to yourself. I think that is the most important thing. If you're answerable to yourself and you gain your self-respect, what I talked about earlier on, I think you will be winners.
Okay. There is also one rather interesting question that actually imbibes on 2 parts that you mentioned in your session today. There are 2 schools of thoughts. One is outcome oriented, and the other says that it is process oriented. So whereas you spoke about the process oriented part, but you also spoke about something called realism, to accept that both types of things exist, that positive and negative exist. So our member is asking that how can you achieve balance between these 2 schools of thoughts in life?
Well, of course, we want outcomes. If you think that I did not want a gold medal, of course I wanted a gold medal. But how was I going to achieve that gold medal? How are you going to gain that? How are you going to get the outcome that what you need? You can't just be totally focused on it, and you can't just keep thinking about gold medal, and gold medal will come to you. You can only give it by being immersed into the process and immersed into the skill of performance when it is needed, and that will eventually lead you to win that gold medal. So it is about putting in the work, what is required. It is about learning to stay in the moment. Outcomes. Of course, we want outcomes. You want to make tons of money. Everybody does want success. All of that is needed, but in order to achieve that, you have to really, get stuck into actually doing it, and you can only actually do it when you get immersed in the process of doing what you're supposed to do. And if you are continuously going to have outcome related thoughts, it is only going to just be a distraction.
No, you
So it is
rightly
about
pointed out. Abhinav, you rightly pointed out during the surgery period, you had to convert your long-term goal into short-term goals, achieve that step by step, and then come out on top, because that's again a process-driven approach only. Because you can't, with that back problem, you could not have thought of only winning gold and achieving pinnacles in your own career. So you have to convert and you have to adapt based on the circumstances which will be changing on a day-to-day basis. Any other questions?
Yes, there is one question. Since we are sitting in the community of mutual fund distributors, there is a question which says that how does Abhinav look at mutual fund as an investment avenue?
I do invest in them, but I'm not the right person to give advice on that. Misterbond will be the most suited person to give it. But I do hope that they work out for me. I think that is important. But I'm invested, so I do. I'm riding my luck on them. But it is about getting in at the right time, but more importantly, getting out at the right time.
Absolutely. Rightly said. Exit strategy more important than entry strategy, or both are important actually. Great, Abhinav. Thank you so much for coming on Next Level Misterbond Pathshala. As I said, really a privilege and an honor. Dharam sir, if you would wish to summarize, please.
Yes, thank you again. Just like we started this program with so much of enthusiasm, I think we've enjoyed every moment of this. It's once in a lifetime that you get a chance to be with an Olympic gold medalist for an hour. So it's a moment, it's an hour for us to cherish. Thank you, Abhinav, for being with us. And it's really been an honor. And one of the things we can be proud about the Pathshala, that we could bring you and you could address all our members. Thank you again.
Thank you for having me. All the best.
Swami there, then I would like to invite Swami to put in a few words if he's there. Otherwise,
yeah. So, Abhinav, it was wonderful session. The discipline that you follow in sports, that our mutual fund advisors, distributors, even if they follow the same kind of discipline in their profession, and also help their clients to follow the discipline that you have explained throughout the session, we can win any game, whether it's a life game, money game, wealth game, health game, any game we can win, and that you have demonstrated throughout your session in this discussion. So thank you so much. So on behalf of Next Level Education and Financial Misterbond Financial Pathshala, and we are lucky to have you here, and it was a great session, and members have taken a lot of learnings and a lot of insights and a lot of inspiration from your session. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.